And
What's going on, everybody? It is me again, and it is time to lean in, bitch. Welcome to Wednesday Night Live with Chase, myself, Jamie, and Danny. I believe is coming today, and we're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the episode that just went off. I don't know who watching Dubai right now, but the Dubai reunion is on, child. So if you into that, go watch it. But otherwise,
Not
hit
if you
the
into that.
like I think Chase having some little technical
Oh,
difficulties,
my
but
Chase, my good
we gonna
friend
get those
Chase.
together. We ain't gonna hold the show up for it. But Jamie, how you doing? Because I
I'm
don't
doing well. I
even
missed y'all
talk to
last
you.
week.
I know, like it's crazy.
I
You
know.
need to get an
That
iPhone again. I'm sick of this
well,
Android. It's
I
separating us.
love my Android. Surprisingly, I've been at peace, but I miss you guys. And for
Oh.
y'all who are watching, I need y'all to understand how much I get on the nerves of everybody in the group chat.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
know that for like the first day or so, they were probably very happy for me to be quiet, and now they all miss me.
Child, it's
So
too quiet in there, child. It's too quiet.
y'all have to deal with Sammy all day.
Oh God. But yeah, we're here to talk about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The episode just went off. I don't know what it was called, but it's episode 16. And I'm just gonna say the episode was quite a snooze fest until the last 15 minutes. That's when things started to happen. I hate when they do that because I mean the end of this the season is ending. We know that a lot of things happen in Aspen, but something very unexpected happened in this episode that I didn't even know was going to be part of it. And we're gonna get to it. But of course, before we do, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as I always say. As Saz K always says, y'all been listening to Saz, because Saz K from New York, and I believe she throws some blows. So listen to Sasuke, like the video. As I said, I know you guys have. We didn't do a video talking about the recent things with Beverly Hills as it relates to Diana and Garcelle, but if you have not been living under a rock, you know that Garcelle's sons have been under fire. And it is alleged that it is because of some bots or a marketing company that Diana hired. I don't really have much to speak on this about personally because I think my shirt says it all. I think you can look at my shirt and my shirt will basically explain how I feel about the situation with Diana and Garcelle going on right in current time and Diana in general, especially after this episode. Then again, this shirt also applies. So this shirt is very universal to how I feel about Diana.
Every episode, every
That's how.
fucking episode.
Jamie, how do you feel about the recent things in the media with Diana and Garcelle?
It's one of those things that the more you talk, like the more guilty you look. And that lady has been tweeting and Instagram posting non fucking stop for 2 weeks. And at this point, it's like, girl, if you don't have anything to defend, like, why are you continuing to talk and just links and like stop it? Like, even Rinna at some point was like, yeah, I'm not gonna tweet anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the lady is each week
Who
it just gets increasingly
we're
worse
talking
and worse.
about the recent stuff with Garcelle and the Diana, Garcelle's sons and the.
Sanella.
okay, yes.
What's your thoughts, Chase?
Well, first of all, I'm glad to be back on Wednesday night.
Well, oh yeah,
What's the
welcome back. Chase
TTT?
was out for
I don't know what
2 days.
was. Yes, I was going to Stone Honey, but she's back with the jump off. Catch that thing. Now, let me tell you something about it, okay? Listen. I think that everybody takes everything they want to take to Twitter and da 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 blase squaw. But Diana, you did it. You did it, and you're going to sit in it. And you know what? It's even more disgusting about it to me. That not even the fact that she did it because listen, I can believe that rich people act like that all the time. It's the fact that now I'm receiving death threats, and now I'm. It's like, girl, you want this to be about you some kind of way. You reach in, and at the end of the day, now they're saying that she is suing like media outlets and things like that. Girl, it's a
Now
once and
she
done.
sent a cyst and deceased. A cyst and
Assist.
deceased. I
That gets
said,
very
sis,
Tamra Barney.
what
Oh
the
wait,
hell
wait,
is a
wait.
huh? Go ahead.
The media outlets, right?
Yeah.
We love Diana on this channel and this show, and
Child,
Listen,
we do
please.
everything.
well, Sass K said that in the
This
comments, Sass K,
maybe
that one of our callers got sent a letter by Miss Diana today.
Wait,
who got
what?
Sass K's comment. Take a look at that, Cortez. He said, Diana sent 7 bloggers cease and desist today. One of the letters mentioned one of our beloved callers, chat members in the lean.
Oh, who? Ooh. What's she see that at? Let me see.
What the tea is piping hot, honey.
Because if we need to get the crew together, let's get the crew together.
Oh, Lord, please don't let it be Kyra Shaw. And
let's be
Kyra can defend herself.
Okay. She's got it. Mention one of our beloved fellow. Call the chat. Who is it, Sass? DM me, girl. Who is it?
We need to know who it is.
Well, listen. Boom.
Thank you, Antonio.
She can send me a cyst all she want. I can go to the doctor.
A cyst. I can go to the doctor and get it removed.
Okay. Well, we're gonna talk about
no parts of it.
We're gonna talk about her some more.
I hate the bitch.
This end of this episode was quite a bit of a lot. And we'll get into that. But the episode itself was quite dry, but we'll just kind of get through it and then go through the show as we always do. Cyst and disease gate is what it is, child. I mean, I'm gonna wear that shirt next week. Okay. So at the beginning of this episode, I'm not gonna lie, I came in about a minute or two behind, and that's where Dorit and Kyle were in the car. Can one of y'all kind of brief me on what the hell they were talking about in the car?
Nothing happened.
Okay.
It's like literally that's all they were doing was just like, oh, we went out and we drank and I'm so tired and y'all need to come to my house. Like literally it was when they filmed these one-on-one scenes, it literally does not move the storyline forward in any way, shape, or form if Garcelle or Sutton are not involved in these scenes. Okay. Like the other ladies at this point have absolutely nothing worth filming.
Child, people say it was Mel, honey.
Child. Yeah. Okay. Well, I ain't got no thoughts on that. We passed whatever. But we do get a scene with Garcelle and Diana, and I thought this was a very strange scene on many levels, just because they, it sounds like they kind of bonded after Rinna's event. Like, I guess Diana had posted some drunk pictures and stuff like that on her story and page, and so it was kind of like, I guess that they found some joy and bonding in that. But the first thing they actually talk about is they discuss Sutton, and Diana again is just basically kind of talking about Sutton and how she feels about her. And honestly, I'm just kind of confused because I really felt like I thought they were like moving in a different path, a different place. I mean, am I the only one that got that or not? I mean, I don't know. Like it's just weird. It's weird to see her constantly. Like if she's not trying to find a reason to have an issue with Sutton, then it's Garcelle. It's like she's going wherever it sticks, and it sticks more with Sutton because she actually has more of a reason versus, with Garcelle.
It's just one of those things that like this is now the 10th episode that we've gotten of Diana complaining about Sutton. Diana's complaints about Sutton are Sutton doesn't mind her business. Sutton's words are clumsy. She gets involved in things that don't involve her. And yet every single time Diana's around, she somehow manages to either wedge her way into a conversation Sutton is in or a conversation about Sutton. And at this point, it looks desperate and it looks sad because like you could see it on Garcelle's face where she was like, I thought it was just you and I hanging out, which you could also tell Garcelle did not want to be at that meeting in any way, shape, or form.
I don't even know why she gave her the time. Chase.
Production, they're like, we need it.
I was going to say she gave her the time because she had to. I think that any hope for them to have anything Garcelle, Lips has shown an affinity to always attack Sutton, and you're not going to get to know me and continue to attack my friend and think that I'm just going to be like, okay, well, because we're getting to know each other, you can attack my friend, and because that has nothing to do with me, then me and you are going to be okay. If you want to get to know me and leave my friend out of it. And she can't seem to do that. So
she can't, like, it's impossible for her.
Wherever she's from, she don't really know what friendship is because clearly she thinks that she can build some kind of relationship with Garcelle while constantly come at Sutton. It's like it doesn't work that way. At least not in the States. I don't know how long she's been over here, but it don't work that way over here. Like it just don't.
So you say.
Right.
I have plenty of friends. I have plenty of friends that I don't like one of their friends because we've had an altercation, and I can count on bitch. You're one of them.
Listen, there are people out there that's like that. I am the person that, okay, unless you tell me that like you don't want me to talk to this person like 100%, then I'll leave it be. But I try to have my own relationships with different people because you know this is the kind of person I am. You know what I'm saying? Even with my best friend hated, but unless it's somebody that has just done him wrong, I mean to the pink meat, then it's like, child, listen, I can't get into every beef you beefing with somebody with because I'd be friends with nobody. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, but she did say one thing, and I thought it was kind of like, okay, she said that if Sutton was here, this wouldn't be happening. And if I was Garcelle, I would have said, well, girl, let's end it right now because let's get her over here because I'm ready for this to end right now.
Let's bring up Sutton. She's actually in the back.
I actually think that is what needs to happen. As long as she's got the Fox 5 or whatever y'all call them girls boosting her up, she gonna do her big one as she did later on in the episode. I think that if there was someone there who could potentially play more neutral, then she would probably drop it. But because she needs a storyline, she needs an audience, you know, she just keep doing what she's doing and it's not working. It's annoying as hell. We need to send you a and desist for this storyline because we're over it. Build us a bridge and get over it.
I'm gonna send it to Andy Cohen. Please stop.
Has anybody build the bridge for Lisa yet? Anybody build that bridge for Lisa? No.
I've been gone, but I've been watching. Please build my sister that bridge, honey.
I just want to know, Lisa, if you watch it, let me know if somebody built that bridge. If not, we gotta figure out how to get this bridge built.
And make sure they take Diana ass with whoever built that bridge.
When you build the bridge, put Diana over the bridge and then break it down.
Yeah, Jesus, honey.
Toss her off the bridge. Toss her off the bridge into the water.
You're gonna get a sister in the seas. You better watch.
I will say one thing. This scene with Garcelle was the most, I guess, I've seen her smile, laugh, and actually have a good time of the entire season because she never is really just enjoying herself. And I felt like she seemed like she was really enjoying herself with Garcelle.
Wait, Garcelle or Diana?
Diana.
Oh, I was like,
she was just smiling and giddy and kicking, like she was having a genuine good time, even at the hands of trying to slander Sutton's name. Whatever. And do you think Garcelle handled it well? You feel like she didn't like really? Chase is like, you feel like?
Oh no, go ahead. I just don't like
her. Garcelle did what the call sheet required for her to do that day, and at the end of it, she was like, "All right, we're good. I'm not going to be texting that lady. I'm not going to be calling her." Like she did what she needed to do. Garcelle is not stupid. She knew exactly what that was going to look like. It was going to go into a bashing Sutton thing, and now Garcelle has the upper hand by saying, you can't say that I'm off-putting or I'm not welcoming when I took time out of my day to meet you and all you could talk about was Sutton. Like, girl, why do I want to put myself in that situation?
Danny, I'm taking Isabel, nobody's tired. Isabel was asking that nobody's gone. Everybody's still a part of the cast.
Y'all, let's have a moment. The four of us are back. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Isabel, are you happy?
Oh, Isabel was worried about me.
Yes, child. She come here.
Look, the last couple of times Isabel's logged in, somebody has been off the panel.
Well, we're gonna call
we are wearing this lady low.
Isabela's
homeroom. Nerves are shot.
Isabela's homeroom. Where you take attendance.
She missed you.
So then we get a couple of scenes, like smaller scenes. Rinna has the possession of all the lowest things. Anybody want to talk about that? I mean, she seemed really happy. I did like the little message about, what. No, y'all don't want. Okay.
Danny, you wanna say something?
I don't. I'm good. I do think the message that the mom said "me too," like that was nice.
Yeah.
Keep it cute.
That sums it up.
Okay, what about Dorit and PK? So Dorit talking to the PK and she kind of feel a way about the room. She not in the house with Kyle. Nothing about that. No.
I will say, Dorit looks awful when she's not in blackface. Like,
I thought you should say like she looks great. He said she looks awful. Oh, okay. Well, Cassie hitting the skip button on everything, so we're gonna just move on.
Thank you, Isabel.
Let's get straight to Aspen.
All right, so I thought something was gonna come from this scene, but Garcelle's on the phone with Cherie. Many of us, you don't want to hear about this either. Was that a call for that too? No.
Oh no, it's a call because I'm getting over the flu, y'all. That flu almost took me out of this thing, girl. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
I'm weak. So in the scene with Garcelle and Sheree, she's on the phone and she tells Sheree that she's done with Erika and that she was on fire. She went the water on her and things like that. I'm like, okay, let's see. Hey, let's see how this goes. Any thoughts on this? This gonna be a short show because baby, we is moving on through.
Sheree made me laugh a little bit when she said, "Well, we at least got to spit on the bitch."
She did say we at least got to spit on her. Nah, but Sheree out here acting crazy.
Sheree
but you know what I said out that comment? Yeah, I was gonna say I said out that comment
she
because
looks contrived.
Because a real friend would be like, "We at least got to spit on the bitch." You know what I'm saying? But she would say, "We at least got to spit on them because I want to get to know her and possibly be her friend too and get on the show. If I can get on through you, get on through her next season." So,
yeah.
I don't know. Like that relationship, the way Sheree interacts with Garcelle doesn't seem like they're actually that great of friends.
I agree.
Like they know each other.
It gets very Portia and what is the
Fallon?
Yeah,
Fallon?
her. That's what I
did.
Well,
Garcelle did fuck Will Smith after what's it called?
Portia.
They didn't know each other.
I'm dead.
Cheers.
Now Portia went in that man's house and went in there and fucked that man.
Well, she was while Fallon was already pregnant with somebody else. So okay.
You don't know. You don't know.
The time tells it.
No, I'm not gonna do this.
Phelan was sitting there trying to make up a storyline about her pregnancy like Phaedra. We all know Phelan was already pregnant 3 months by the time they split up. And it wasn't with that old man's baby.
What else happened on Beverly Hills?
So then Crystal brings up the article about the earrings. I'm interested to see where this goes because if you guys have also, like I said, not living the rock, we found out today that I don't know which one the lawsuit she free of, but she free of one of them.
One. She got one of them.
I don't know which one, but I don't think it was the earring. It was the earring.
The small one. She out of the small
one.
She out of the small one, but
that one was almost impossible.
And they're appealing that because they said the judge ruled on something they didn't even ask.
Yeah.
And they're lawyers, so they're going to sit there and appeal that shit.
They did what?
They're going to appeal that?
They said the argument the judge used to dismiss it was not even something that they presented in their lawsuit, so they don't understand.
I found it very odd that when they got I guess leading into the trip when Erika was like in her confessional talking about she's been to Aspen, she's flown her own plane there before, and I'm just like, I just like plane, how she got there. I was like, okay, girl. I don't know. I just found it to be a little weird when she was talking about it. But how y'all feel about Crystal bringing this up to Garcelle? Because this is going to come back up obviously next week, and we saw in the preview with this whole earring thing and the money, and I guess they kind of moving away a little bit from her being a drunk to going back to her being a thief or
a drunk thief.
So
they said it's
right.
How y'all feel about Crystal bringing it up, especially to Garcelle?
I'll let y'all talk because y'all know I always like to see the good in people. Y'all know I always like to see the good.
You are lying. You're a low down, dirty, lying, raggedy bitch, and so is Erika. And
you like Crystal, so how you feel about it, Jayne?
I don't necessarily like Crystal. I had hope. She faltered a bit.
You don't necessarily like Crystal.
I hold on now, Chase, Danny, please. Can I speak? I never interrupt y'all.
Oh.
I think she's trying to get back on the winning side. We'll see how long it lasts. We'll see. It'll probably last an episode until she gets cussed out, and then she'll cry and jump right back over to kissing their feet.
I feel like Crystal's place is weird now. She doesn't have a placing. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't really, even last season, she was kind of like, okay, but she's just like there. Like, you know how you get a picture, and you be like, girl, put me in that picture, and you just put them in. It's like she's just there. It's weird.
Crystal had a few things this episode that made me be like, okay, you're not a total waste of space.
What'd she do?
She's a waste
of space. This episode, like bringing this up to Garcelle, later on, I was very happy that she gave Diana the nastiest look when Diana agreed about Sutton being a cunt.
Mm-hmm.
She gave Diana a nasty look.
And she did in her confessional. She was like, there's only so many times you can apologize. Like, nothing Sutton can say right now is going to get Diana.
But,
What does she say? She says that
the hypocrisy of that shit, because she was just coming as sudden for the same stuff. I mean, I'm like, okay, girl, you sound great in this confessional, but 4 episodes ago, you were like doing the same
I guess
thing.
the reason she knows you can only apologize so many times because Sutton stopped apologizing to her ass. So she knows.
Yeah.
Crystal, too late, babes. It's too late, babes. It's too late.
Everybody, I love a redemption arc. I love a redemption arc.
No, you're going too far, Jamie.
I love a redemption. She's going to come back and she's going to be the doll. She's going to be the star of the show.
Well, you know, Taylor does say that you love a beige piece of girl. That's what the people say in the comments.
Crystal is barely beige. Crystal is vanilla.
She's nude beige. She's nude beige.
I'm beige. Bitch.
I thought she was.
Oh, not Sammy. Anyway, so let's talk about all the Aspen stuff. We can get straight to that. So Aspen is here. They're on a little private plane, private jet, or whatever it is. When they get there, Diana has her own hotel. She had mentioned earlier that she, likes to hire Ghostbusters. She likes to clear energy. Basically, she likes to get the room together so she can lick her lips. That's what
she likes to get the room together so she can be the only demon in there.
She likes to get the room together so she can put security cameras all over and secretly record her escorts. Allegedly. Shit.
Don't do that, Jamie.
All right, bitch, you're going to end up like Mel. You might want to keep it cute.
Danny is going to be, not Danny, Jamie is going to be escort.
Yeah, Danny. No, Danny. You had that right, Danny.
Get their ass out of here because I want nothing to do with it.
So then she gets dropped off and Rinna's like, you sure? Make sure you all good. She's like, oh, no, girl, I'm good. Kathy arrives. She got on her slippers and apparently she says she travels normal, just with a mask on. I guess she's not really concerned about people knowing her. But I feel like people saw her. I feel like, oh my God, it's Kathy. But do y'all believe she really travels like just casually without too much?
No,
I do.
I believe she probably does. But I have an issue believing that she walked on all that ice and snow with them slippers.
Okay.
I have a hard time believing that.
I think she would. She do that. Like she walk around everywhere barefooted too. Yep.
Well, maybe she did walk barefoot in the snow and put the slippers on when she opened the door. I don't know, but them slippers was not gonna catch no grip. That was the Walmart ones with the little stuff at the bottom. Because she love a Walmart fan, so I know she don't mind going there.
No, she doesn't go there. She sends the lady.
How y'all feel about her being high maintenance? I didn't think she was high maintenance. I thought
Mauricio was rude.
He was asking for essentials. Like, damn.
Mauricio was rude.
He was.
It was rude.
So his interaction with her was very like as if they ain't been married forever, and that's not her sister. I thought it was.
Yeah. Am I the only one who's noticed? Like at the beginning, Mauricio like really seemed like a doting husband, and on these little vacations and stuff, he was very amiable. And like the last 2 seasons, he's been getting just like belligerently drunk and stoned.
I think
and
he's
like
sick of being
crass and rude.
I don't think he enjoys it.
I think he's sick of Kyle because even during the putt golf, he was like, "Girl, just it's right here, bitch. Like, come on. Why are you interrupting my golf time?"
In those environments.
We're having Joe 2.0.
No, Joe want to be on that show.
Joe would like to be on any show.
I don't.
You know what?
I still don't understand why he had to go on the trip. I don't get that. I didn't get why.
Yeah, I was trying to connect the dots.
I didn't understand Kyle being so embarrassed about the Christmas lights. Girl, it's a vacation home. They're like you risking getting electrocuted for what? Because you're embarrassed about them. Girl, shut up.
That's how you know Kyle is not really brown or black, no matter who she's married to, because those lights would have just stayed up year round had it been one of us. Fuck taking them off.
I'm surprised.
At this point, they're up.
Okay. So listen, I think one of the things that bothered me outside of his tone with her, was the fact that she got the bunk bedroom. Like, if we're talking about brown and black, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to jump ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, you know, we're talking about brown and black. My black ass won't let my sister, my brother get the bunk bedroom. One of you bitches don't get the bunk bedroom. So which one of you bitches don't get the bunk bedroom? And the way that Rinna and Erika were looking like, yeah, that bitch getting the butt bed. She don't know. She's gonna find out. I was like, are they sisters? Because
we would have walked in and I would have been like, hey, y'all, this is Kathy's room. Where y'all left.
Yeah. Kyle willingly choose her friends as her family and not her sisters.
Well, and here's the other thing.
Odd.
Well, here's the other part too. The other house, correct me if I'm wrong, when the lady was giving the girls a tour of the other house, when they went by the pool table room, they said there's 5 bedrooms down here. Why couldn't Kathy go over there and get her?
Yeah.
I know she wants to. She don't want to be in the house.
Kathy over there with Garcelle and them because she knew that Kathy was gonna be
having fun.
Kathy probably would have never came over.
Having fun.
The thing is, she wanted her sister with her, but not for the purpose of it being her sister. Just
if Kathy had went to the other house, it would have been very much Garcelle. I'm not going. Bring me back a plate. That's it.
Very much
right. Kathy went, and then put the corn on the grill. If she want to eat it 20 minutes later, let the bitch eat it 20 minutes later. Okay. Like
it's the way he said, you can do whatever you want.
He did.
Bitch, excuse me. I'm asking, how are we cooking the corn?
Do you think that maybe they edited to where you think maybe she was being a little bit needy and high maintenance, or because I mean, what they showed, she was asking for things that she want. The only thing that I thought was a bit much was with the whole grilling of the corn, but
you do need a fork
and the butter. Girl, I need butter for my corn.
Why else? But if he's not there to cook and get it right, why else is he there?
That's
Get over it, Mauricio. You're never going to be a Rick Hilton, and you're going to have to let that hurt go, baby. You're going to have to let it go.
And the other house was very nice. Kyle's house was very small. Like they were so tight up in there. I don't know.
It looked like it smelled.
And it looked dirty, and the dog
smelled like dog.
Around.
It smelled like dog.
And there was that dog again eating the food.
Oh, the dog was off a fork.
The same fork he gave Kathy.
Oh, don't you want that? Listen. Oh, wait a minute. Now hold up. But you know what though? That's probably what it is. Kathy and Rick are the big dogs, and they've been telling them what to do for a very long time, and he probably sick of it.
He probably like, you on my territory now. This is my wife's show.
I wonder if he feels that way.
Well, he probably has the same. I think she may have like kind of gotten him on her side as it relates to Kathy and Kim. You know what I'm saying? So I think just like she claims she's getting acclimated back with her sister, I think he is probably on that same process. But realistically, he needs to get over it. Because if Mr. Hilton bring his ass up there, Mauricio, who?
Very much.
Because they will never be Big Rick, baby. I don't know damn what you say, Mauricio.
Maybe that's high maintenance to them because they eat with their fingers. And they feed the dog.
That's nasty. That dog called them
the damn food.
You call them trash. You call them trailer trash.
Yes, Antonio.
I cannot.
Kathy basically said the corn was not done.
And I'm not going to eat uncooked food.
She wasn't even done.
Yeah, he was out. It was cold outside. He was outside
with
a jacket on. I'm just like,
y'all let me just mentally prepare for what's coming because this scene upcoming the end pissed me off like nothing I've seen in a long time.
Listen, Danny.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay. Let's get into it. Let's talk about
it. You don't run him. He'll get to him when he get ready.
No, let's get into it.
I said, let me mentally prepare.
The first thing that they get a Ouija board, and at first Cherie, the black sisters are like,
She said no.
And I'm just like, okay, but they didn't go nowhere. They sat there, and so that was quite a lame idea. But the first question that Kyle asked, because she's producing, of course, is, are we going to be able to work out issues and have a good time? And nobody really answered the question or whatever. That moves to the next one. The second one was, will Garcelle find a soulmate? And she said a W. I don't know what W meant. I ended up using the Ouija board.
What's her name said we share a W. She was talking about Will Smith.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was like, girl, you're looking for a moment. Like, that's not funny. Even Garcelle was like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? Why are you trying
Lois put that Ouija board there.
Maybe Lois
planted it.
Lois was trying to tell Rinna, please keep my name out of your mouth. Like, let me rest,
Rinna, Lois probably not even dead, child.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so the third thing they ask is, Kyle asks, why did Garcelle and Sutton unfollow Erika? And apparently this is the second time that it's been brought up. It's the second time brought up because she asked earlier and they passed over it, but Kyle really wants to know why she got unfollowed. And so Garcelle says it's because Erika says she was a liar. And they talk about, the exchange from last week. Erika talks about all the times that Garcelle has spoken to Kyle and Dorit, and Garcelle is like, well, I spoke to you about it too. So like, what's the issue? Like, it's not like I'm behind your back. And so they, at that moment, Kathy kind of interrupts, and Kathy is like, okay, listen, I don't like the word liar, thief, or pedophile. Everybody like pedophile. That's weird.
Those
like,
are three strong words.
I mean, I get what she was
here's
saying.
the thing. She said she don't like being called that. Like it's already been
like someone already called her.
Well, I think she was just saying like she don't. Well, yeah, she probably has been called. I thought like, damn, was she called a pedophile before? And so I'll break it. So at this point, Erika's like, I'm sorry, Garcelle's like, Erika, we don't have to be friends. And Erika's like, okay. It sounded like Erika was a bit gagged. I don't think she was expecting Garcelle to say that and be so like cutthroat with it. But I respect it. It was like, okay, cool. Like, we ain't gotta be friends. And then Erika was like, I think she made a comment. She was like, it's kind of weird right now, as if they had room to grow. I think Garcelle was like, no, girl.
It's done, baby.
I don't think Erika completely comprehended what the hell Garcelle was really.
No, it's over, Bookie Dude. We're done.
Yeah. And so I'll stop there and ask for y'all thoughts on that.
Kyle.
Well, go ahead,
Kyle. Fuck Kyle. Like, this was so fucking transparent and gross. Like, and she was getting frustrated when they weren't playing along with her games, like the blatant production on behalf of Kyle. And even like Dorit was like, girl, please let it fucking rest. Like, we're tired of this. We just fucking talked about this earlier. Like, let it fucking rest.
I ain't talking about Lois no more.
Oh, Lois kicked you off. Lois disconnected.
Lois kicked you off the live. I can't. Go ahead, Jay.
It was just really gross to watch. It seemed like a prefabricated setup to come after Sutton and Garcelle. And it was very blatant who was in on it and who was not. Because the Fox 4 whatever immediately jumped in and like, why did y'all? We're adults. You shouldn't do that. Meanwhile, Kathy and Crystal were kind of left and wondering, like, what the fuck are we even talking about right now? It was and for Erika to say, like, I'm 54 years old. I'm not in high school. I don't care who unfollows me. I'm like, girl, you last season literally unfollowed Sutton and Garcelle, like, over some arbitrary shit. And now all of a sudden you're 65 years old and above it all. Like, I hate every single one of them bitches. Every single one of them bitches.
Chase?
You know, Kyle is just like, there's nothing covert about her. There's no sleekness or any sheen or like any polish to what she does. She's a sloppy ass, messy ass bitch. And anybody who does not play with her sloppy ass, messy ass games, she has a fucking meltdown when they don't do what she wants to do when she wants to do it. Like, I know Danny used to hate when I say this, but bitch, who died and made you the boss of questions? Like, I'm over you. Also, I must say to Garcelle, and I wasn't here during the big episode, and everybody said, well, Chase is going to love it, I am much more appreciative of this Garcelle instead of sitting there and saying, really? Wow. And then in her professional saying, I'm done with you, bitch, and I don't want to speak to you ever again. She said it in the moment. She meant what she said. Like I said, she didn't have to be all, see you next sister girl week. You know what I mean? Like, on the real. Like, she said it how she said it. She said it and she meant it. And she stands by what she means. And so I am okay with the way that she is choosing to deal with these women, because she's choosing to deal with them finally after 3 long seasons in the moment. And so I appreciate that. Thank God, honey.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with the way she spoke. Garcelle didn't have to raise her voice or nothing. When Garcelle spoke, there was no ambiguity. Everybody knew how she felt. There was no room left for interpretation or judgment. Everybody knew where she stood. It was that cut and dry.
Yep.
It didn't even leave room to engage in conversation. It was...
Yeah. We don't have any questions.
I did like that no one, when Garcelle, usually in the past, when Garcelle would say something, anybody say anything at Erika, I feel like Kyle or somebody would say something, be like, no, let's not do that. Nobody said nothing. It was just them.
Garcelle's tone was so firm.
It was. Yep. It was very like, we don't have to, Erika, we don't have to be friends. Boop. That was it.
None of them had that energy with Garcelle, and they all then diverted that over to Sutton.
You could tell Erika really didn't know how to respond to that. Erika was very much, you too. Like, she didn't know how to respond to it.
Yeah.
Erika didn't get it.
We're learning that she's not a true queen of going back and forth. She's in this season, between Sutton gagging her earlier this season, when she told her, at the first Rinna event or whatever, like, we're learning that she is not really too good at going back and forth,
I was
especially when you
expecting this from
surprise her.
Erika. You know, her little
Yeah.
Or her little
Yeah. What about or what? Or what?
Yeah.
But can we get to the evil witch?
Wait, so within this moment, still we so Sutton brings up Kyle brings up last year. I guess she got unfollowed as well. Erika and Kyle got unfollowed after the reunion. And so Sutton said it's because of the word cunt. They, last year they showed the flashback. Erika called her, a dumb whatever cunt or whatever, and she said she unfollowed her for it. And so in this moment, Kyle is upset because I was trying to understand what Kyle was trying to get at, but she's like literally screaming, literally getting upset.
She wasn't listening.
She wasn't, and like Chase said, when you don't do what she wants, this is what you get. Like she was legit having a meltdown because nobody was playing the game, nobody was following the way she wanted it, and so Kathy's on the side, and Kathy's like, listen, who cares? Like, I don't know. She was like, who cares? Nobody's that important. You're not that important. And I thought somebody was going to get her. But I'm like, now I'm seeing why they're going to try to go at Kathy. Because Kathy is really not playing the Fox Force 5, whatever game. Mm-hmm. She's not playing the game. Like, she's doing her own thing. And so in this moment, after she talks about being called, the cunt or whatever, Diana says, because you are one. And Garcelle does her infamous, that's not okay. That's not okay. And I was like,
at first she said, excuse me? What did you say?
She thought she called them cunts. Because she said we what? She said we. But then she realized it was directed at Sutton, which she still was like, So in this moment, after she says the word and she clears that she was talking about her, she's laughing. Who else was laughing? It was somebody else laughing.
They all were.
Diana,
they all were laughing. And I was
Diana
like,
and Erika. The rest of the ladies.
That's what I thought.
Cute.
It was a lot. And so we'll stop there. What were y'all reactions when that was actually clarified? Because I wasn't expecting her to say that because you are one. Like, I was kind of like thrown back like, oh, wow.
So here's the thing. We're real quick with Kyle. When Kyle had the meltdown and got up and left, I feel like it was in that moment Kyle probably realized it clicked to her. I am no longer in charge of the girls.
Exactly.
I think that finally hit Kyle. And I also think with the whole Diana thing, it did shock me. Let me take it back. I'm not surprised because I think Diane has the lowest piece of shit character ever for a human. But based on, so it just let me know that what she did at Garcelle house and what she said at her house is very performative.
Yep.
It was just, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give your friend a chance and, sit back and watch her, because they were trying to get Sutton to say something that she didn't really mean. You know what I mean? Like, they were trying to force something out of Sutton's mouth. Sutton said, bitch, you called me a cunt. That's why you were unfollowed.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was very clear.
Well, and Kyle wasn't listening.
Yes.
So in the timeline, Garcelle and Sutton both just unfollowed Erika after that party the night before. And Garcelle had a reason, and Sutton specifically said, I unfollowed her as a joke. Like, I saw Garcelle do it, and I said, oh, okay, you're unfollowed. What Kyle was trying to pin on it was when Sutton unfollowed her last year after the reunion, she was saying, don't say it's a joke. And it's like, those are two completely separate instances. She unfollowed her last year, and then they refollowed each other months after that before filming started. Sutton just unfollowed her again. So Kyle's screaming, trying to control a narrative instead of listening like, okay, these are two completely separate instances. And even then, the point that Sutton was trying to make was, this girl sat here and called me a cunt, and y'all still, to this day, a year later, aren't acknowledging that was a shitty thing to do.
Yes. And Jamie, what pissed me off was when, Sutton kept saying that, and Rinna says, but why do we have to say anything? You're right, you don't. But then you don't have to say anything about this either. Shut your ass up.
When she said that,
you remember at Garcelle's birthday party when Sutton told Diana, I think you're a soulless person. Kyle was quick to grab her and say, don't you dare say that. Stop it. Like, girl, but I get called a cunt and it's nothing.
It was very Diana.
Well, go ahead. Whose side they're on?
It was very clear. I'm saying, to Sutton's point, she was just saying, like, nobody has, basically, like Garcelle said, like, nobody, at this point, I think she was really like, kind of how Garcelle had that moment where she was like crying out to saying like nobody was on her side. I think this was Sutton's moment. Despite her
you could see it in her face.
like it was kind of like hard to watch because she literally was saying like this girl, she said this, y'all not standing up for me, y'all not saying anything is wrong, like y'all are just basically like at this point, why am I here? And I just as the scene went on, we're gonna talk about Diana's part now, but as the scene went on, I was just watching Sutton, and I felt I'm surprised she just didn't break down. I mean, I'm talking about when I say break down, I mean like break down, run out, break the camera, like have a whole meltdown. Like she actually held it together better than she has in less tense situations that she's been in. But to continue with the scene, Diana, the way to defend her calling her a cunt is she brings up the miscarriage thing. That with the comment, and she says that this woman, when I was bleeding, basically she says Sutton knew what she was doing, and she's very slithery. She couldn't really communicate what the hell she was trying to say at first with the whole slithery thing, but then she came out with that was the last thing she said. And then I love that Kyle at least said talk to her like she's in the room, because it became very weird to hear her speak to her in third person as if she was sitting 2 seats over from her. The whole scene was a bit much, but I saw 2 things, and I'm gonna give my perspective before I pass to y'all. I didn't like what they were doing to Sutton, but I do feel like, and I still stand by this shirt, I do feel like Diana's hurt was sincere from what she experienced with Sutton. And I think that's what really was coming out. Now, I don't agree with it because she has had many conversations with Sutton, many conversations with Garcelle, with the girls, and she has pretty much done a lot, to try to make it right. So to go back is like foul. But I do feel like that lady was hurt from what she said. That's just me. I don't know.
The lady was embarrassed. Like,
I think it's a reach because here's the thing: you're bleeding, but while you're bleeding, you had time to send a shady ass text to Garcelle on the group text. They're very passive aggressive. You had time to go get your awful ass memoir to gift it to her to be shady. You have all this time. Like, no, like stop. Like
you had time to get full glam, get fully decked out.
Well, no, she wasn't in full glam, but
it's just it's again, and for her to sit there and again bring it up and say, I don't like your friend because she's calculating, she doesn't mind her business, it's blah blah blah. And I'm like, Sutton has not engaged with you, mentioned your name, or interacted with you in any way, shape, or form in 10 episodes. The only time that she talks about you is when one of your other friends brings up y'all scenario. She was apologized. She's left you clean the fuck alone. You are the one that has continued to perpetrate this victimhood that she came after you. And like, girl, was it shady? Yeah. Was she defending her friend? Yeah. Sutton knew what she was doing. But she did not, whatever extent that miscarriage or whatever, you for someone who was on her deathbed, baby, you sure were wickedy wooing it up and drinking and at that party and fighting and doing all this shit. Like, girl, at some point you're gonna have to build a bridge and get over it, like we just said. But you're continuing. I agree. You latched onto that. And that is your storyline.
For me, it's the imagery of it all. Like I think when I hear people, I kind of paint the picture of what they're saying in my head. So yes, I paint the picture of her crawling in a pool of her own, blood, unfortunately, on the ground and barely being able to breathe and hanging on to her last gasp of breath of air, of life, as her children unfortunately flew her body in an unfortunate situation. And what did she think of? Let me get this book and throw shade at Garcelle at her party.
It's just, I also did not like when she said, I thought it was really vile and really disgusting. She said, this woman had 2 miscarriages that she hid from everybody. And I'm like, that was ma'am, you're going to get popped in the mouth. Because the minute that Diana, at that conversation with Sutton, the minute she said, this is what I'm going through, Sutton immediately switched and was like, I'm sorry, I've been through that. I know what that's like. That sucks. And it, like Danny just said, Sutton did not stand a chance with that lady.
It is incredibly frustrating to watch them and know what she did and nobody say anything. I don't know if this stuff is getting edited out and we see it later on in the little behind the scenes feet, whatever. But they're not saying anything. They're letting her go on these tangents. They know she's a lying ass bitch. Like, y'all know that it's a lie. That's a lie. You know that's a lie.
And the thing is,
That's
the issue for them is Sutton, because the roles could be reversed. It could be different things that happen, and they would be finding fault with Sutton still. They would change sides and find fault with Sutton.
Sutton has minded her damn business when it comes to that lady for the last 10 weeks.
She really has.
And I know people are also probably wondering, like, why didn't Garcelle go in more when they were calling? She did
the right thing.
Well, no, here's the thing too. Like, Garcelle was genuinely like pissed, and there's times when you could be so angry you don't even know what to say.
Well, and I think Garcelle saw Sutton's face just like we all.
She was just caring about that, wanting
trying
to
to
go
hold
away
it together. Had Garcelle gotten and put that situation bigger, Sutton would have just made the situation worse.
I agree.
I think Garcelle was also in shock, like, bitch, really?
Because I was in shock the whole time. Like,
Me
I know
too.
you have to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Because if I was Garcelle and I actually would have said something, girl, fuck your kids. Oh my God. Oh, wait. No.
I'd have told her she's too old to be having any anyway.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Caroline Stanberry knew what to do.
Like I said, I agree with all that, but when I say she's lying and how she is manipulating the situation, I definitely agree. But my own personal opinion still stands is that I do feel like something about her is hurt about the situation, because the scene was very tense. Like, I didn't know
who the most emotion she's shown the whole time.
Right, so there was a lot of emotion, and I felt like, okay, whether she has done out of I'm not erasing what she's done in the past and the shit she's done out of past aggressiveness, but at the same time, like, she was hurt. She's hurt in some moment, and it came out. That was her true feelings, but she should have said that 3, 4, 5 episodes ago instead of sitting down with Sutton.
Like 2 months ago.
Like, she should have been said that. And it's kind of like it's too little too late, because we thought this was over.
Then the gall to stand up and say, I'm not going to be in the room with her anymore. I'm not doing this. I'm like, girl, you also could have just sat there and ate your food, and none of this would have happened.
But you know what, you guys? I see, even then, it makes me doubt the sincerity completely, because she did not take ownership of her. I don't remember. Maybe she did. You guys can refresh my memory. I was off a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying?
She did.
She did. Through the whole thing, she's never taken responsibility.
But you know why she's not? But she's never going to, because Sutton went on an apology tour, so Diana feels like she was justified. So Sutton played a part in that too.
Do you think that she would move differently if someone else held her accountable for the shit she's done?
Absolutely. Like, Rinna gathered her up before the show.
Rinna, even Erika, anybody. I mean, because I feel like it's only Garcelle and Sutton, and they're not on the inside of the group. So realistically, they you know what I'm saying? There's only so much they're gonna be able to do.
If Crystal or anybody else had said that's not okay, I can guarantee you that conversation would not have gone the way that it went. But she chose to fight with she chose to fight with Garcelle, because she still has it in her brain, like, see, don't you want to be friends with me? But your friend is keeping us from it. And Garcelle is like, bitch, I'm at this point, really, there is nothing that I want to do with you. Like, Diana really genuinely thinks she's the victim in all of this situation.
She's definitely not the victim, but what she needs to realize is that, okay, she's done some shitty shit too. So I mean, she's proud of it, but she's only looking at it as just her hurts everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what it seems like. I don't know, but yeah, she in the wrong group.
This episode is an episode of revelations. Just as Danny said earlier tonight, that Kyle realized she was no longer in charge of the girls. I think that this is the first time I feel that with Sutton in her silence, it also says that she finally hesitantly has accepted them girls don't fuck with you, love. They don't fuck with you. Because she's always been like, well, I don't want to keep arguing with Kyle because I love Kyle. Kyle threw your ass under the bus.
Well, I'm glad she realized.
Even though Rinna, and
same
thing. You know what I mean?
She sat there and defended everybody. She sat there.
In that moment.
She's Crystal. Don't talk about her eating disorder when she's not here. I would rather have a conversation with Erika one-on-one. I don't want you guys to get involved. She's constantly said about everybody. And when somebody could have easily said, like, yo, this ain't cool, it was crickets until they get to the confessionals.
Nobody did. Not even guys.
I felt so bad.
I don't know.
That sucks. That sucks to be in a group of people and really looking around like, God damn, nobody fucks with me except my one friend.
Well,
and they're attacking her for fucking with me.
Maybe she will move differently. I'm sorry. It's only so many beats you
It's
can take.
time. It is time.
I
It's
hope
time
not.
to realize it.
She has taken a
it's a
mental
big
beat
dick man.
and a physical beating. She has taken B10s, child.
Yeah, she
Not
got her ass
physical
beat all
beating.
season.
Right.
Yeah, but then
That'll be the ass.
next week turn around and says, "I love Erika. I like Erika."
Right. And that's right.
That next, so she doesn't even like, girl.
Y'all about to get chased.
But to defend Sutton, it's not just her because Erika says it right back.
Yeah.
But why you got to keep falling for it? Y'all have to build me a bridge so I can get over it at this point, honey, because I can't take it.
Hold up. Speaking of the bridge, we're going to go ahead and get our first callers on.
Mel said he's calling in.
It's 163
Mel said he's calling
people. Huh?
Mel said he's going to call in. He was texting with me, so make sure when Mel calls in, put him on the line.
Okay, that's fine.
You and Mel have each other's phone numbers?
Instagram, ho.
Okay. Yeah, we got this. Again, like this video, you guys. It was over 170 people watching today. So hopefully when I get off this live, I'll see at least 170 likes. Or more. So
Jayne, you are not in charge of the
more.
Or more. Right. So with that being said, speaking of the bridge, we're gonna have our first caller because we need to find out if this bridge got built. Lisa, did the bridge get built?
Really? Really? I heard but I'm gonna let you go because I love you. But now I'm gonna let you know like this right here. I'm gonna tell you something, baby. I was on my girl Diana tonight, baby. She said,
wait, we don't get a hello?
I'm gonna tell hold on. Didn't nobody when Diana was talking, didn't nobody say a darn word because but everybody knows she telling the truth. Now she was not. I'm like y'all. She should have got over that mess back at the party. But I don't think I'm like Cortez. I don't think she never really got over it. And I don't think she really just got over it. I think she just put it to the back of my head, like I'm gonna leave it alone. And you know what I'm saying. But but the end though, with everything she had said though. In that moment when she was talking, everybody stood there and be quiet. Didn't nobody say a word because everybody know she been telling the darn truth. She was telling the darn truth. She come at and sudden and y'all know I don't like down. I'm gonna tell you I don't like Dana. I don't like Dana or Sudden. I don't like neither one of them. I think both of them can go. Okay, they can fly by a womb and get somewhere else. Okay, but I'm just saying like this right here. But Diana was telling to she did, and I don't know why Crystal would ever say something. Why would you ever say something about this woman when this woman have came at you? Now, like it, just like Diana said, she wait till you get to your deepest moment, then she come to she bounce on you. But then see somebody come bounce on her ass, she want to pull out the damn keys. No, baby, we ain't doing no more. Baby, if you can see you can ditch it, you better get ready and take it, baby. Okay, that's what we coming at you with. And now you know, and I don't blame Erika for calling you that word, because you know you came out to Erika talking she was a liability. How she gonna be a liability to you, bitch? She ain't did nothing to you. That's her husband. Her husband ain't got nothing to do with your situation. Y'all want him calling lawyers like, no. Only person gonna be a liability is Bravo. No.
Okay, well you gonna get us shut down now.
Yeah, well, wow.
I don't blame enough, and I really don't blame Garcelle. You know, I'm like Garcelle neither. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I like she is a beautiful black woman.
Who do you like?
But this time I think she did hold her own, and I did like when she said, "Well, you know, I ain't friends with you no more. After you call me a liar." You know what I'm saying? You call me a liar, I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad, I'm just like Chase said, I'm glad in that moment she did hold her moment. She said, girl, I ain't friends with you no more. I'm done with your ass. It's over. Okay.
Lovable Lisa, who do you like?
Me too.
Who do you like on this cast?
Who do you like?
Let me see. I like Erika, I like Dewey.
Okay.
Lisa get on the nerves.
Have a great night, Lisa.
I'm on the fence about Lisa. I'm on the fence about Lisa, but I like Erika, I like Dewey. And let me see who else. Let me see. I like Crystal. Crystal's my girl. I like Crystal.
But you just said that Crystal have a problem. You said that if Crystal gonna cook it, she might as well eat it, and she got a problem.
Well, no, because I got twice by
I was talking about Sudden.
Lisa, hold on. I done got ignored twice by you. I asked the question, you ignore me. Chase asked you, you answer him.
I'm sorry, Danny. You know
I am
I
not
love you,
such.
Danny. But you know my baby. You know my baby, honey. Now, what's up, baby? What's up, baby?
Okay, Lisa, we got a line out the door today, so I gotta let you go. Okay, in
Okay,
general, I gotta keep it
hold
nice
on,
today.
Quartet. Now, Danny, you
Hold
see
on.
that Quartet can get me off. Okay, I'm trying to
Well, I
answer your
gotta let you go still because I got
That's
people
my
in
fault,
here.
Lisa.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
question. Catch me on
thank you, Lisa.
Instagram. Catch me on Instagram.
All right, y'all. Well,
Yeah.
all right, Lisa.
All right, Lisa. Oh, it's so good to hear from Lisa.
It
I'm so happy
is.
to be
It
back.
is. We're trying to figure out who Lisa like, and Lisa this still didn't tell
Okay.
me if the bridge got built. I don't even know, but nonetheless, we gonna let our next caller, and it's going to be A. What's going on, A?
Hey, hey,
Hi, I'm glad to
hey.
see everyone back together. The
I
gang is
know it's been
back.
2 weeks too long. How you been?
I would say like this episode, like I was really disappointed at the end. I felt like even when I was like looking at Sutton's face, like she felt very down, like her head was down, like she was literally about to cry, like she was in tears. And I felt um like I don't like Sutton is not really I feel like it was kind of like middle school behavior.
Mhm.
It was like bullying. It's like attack the person. Like they know Sutton is not gonna attack back. Like she's not really the greatest person like when it comes to like a lot of people confront her at the same time. So I feel like it was just childish to even do. And Erica laughing and almost falling on the ground, that was exaggeration to the point that, and even Crystal, like Diana could be your friend Crystal. Like, why are you not saying anything to her? Like, Crystal's literally the closest person to Diana. So, like, it's not Lisa Rinna, it's Crystal. So, like, why is she not like saying like Diana, what you're doing is wrong? So, like, I felt kind of disgusted. And
Yeah.
I don't know, like I'm still questioning Cherie. Like she gave me kind of the ick when when she said W on the Ouija board and she's like, oh, we share that together. It was kind of giving me like forcing,
The fourth
like
time
want a
we
moment. Yeah.
we know, girl. Y'all have the same man. You a lot of us have had the same man, child. I'm just saying.
This
But
one
that's
right
all I
here.
wanted to say. Like some people need to go. That's all I have to say.
Okay. Well, thank you for calling in. Hey, we
Thank
appreciate that.
you.
I agree
Bye.
with the
No need to down the mood.
right.
Oh,
Yeah,
fine.
wow.
No, it's
If we needed it brought down a bit.
Right. We ain't down the mood, child. We just going on, we go based off what y'all bring on and we just like
and I mean it was icky. Yeah, I mean you were right. It was just really icky. The main things that happened in the episode like weren't fun drama.
They weren't fun things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
Okay. All right, thank you for
See
calling.
you
Okay?
later. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey.
Our next caller is going to be Mel.
Oh,
Hey, Mel.
my sweet baby.
What's going on?
Hey guys, how you doing?
How you doing?
Hey.
Good.
I'm hanging in there because you know what? I wasn't on YouTube today, and then I found my name popped up in some papers that Diana was sending out to all the blogs and things. So I was like, "What in the world?" So what I learned today is that she do watch these shows, and if you do talk, and if you do say something, whatever she might not like it or not, she will pop you up in some papers. So that's sort of what I'm not even going to touch it right now. I'm going to go on to Miss Kyle, some other ladies, but I will get to Diana at another day. But so for me, I'm going to say that Kyle, she definitely was. I don't know. She just did the same thing she always does. She sort of stirs the pot, and I feel like she just took that train and fell off the rails. I feel like the last caller was on point by saying it felt like they just sort of was waiting for this trip so they can just sort of gang up on Sutton. I feel like maybe they were watching the show and they just had a couple of things they just wanted to sort of, basically pound into her head or something, basically how wrong she is about everything she does, which I don't believe. I just think that they're just sort of making up stuff. And I mean, there's a lot of it at the end. It was Diana, but you know what? I'm just going to bite my tongue right now. I'm not going to talk about her right now because I'm just surprised because I was saying it some things on another channel a couple months ago, and I didn't believe that she was watching and I guess got her feelings hurt. So
it's interesting that she's watching though because she is, she's not in the after show. She's not really active on the show outside of the show and social media.
That's Bravo's doing.
But it's like she's doing what is required of her contract. I don't feel like she hasn't been on Watch What's Happening Live. She's done nothing, but she's like on the show trying to
Yeah.
I guess take control of a narrative that is already been out there. If anything.
Well, Mel, message me what you want to say. I'll say it.
Right.
Okay. Well, you know what? So you know what? I will do that, Mr. Danny. You know what? I think that you're right, Cortez. I feel like she's not on all these shows, but maybe that's because she's so stuck on YouTube all the time, looking to see. I'm not going to do that. I was about to say talk about her. I'm not going to do it. Listen, you know what? This woman, she got me going tomorrow morning to get some advice. So I now have to go get advice about. So I'm like, I'm never going to touch Diana right now. I'm for now, but I'm
saying you under fire right now, so you got to keep it safe. We don't want you to be the next Erika Jayne.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
We don't call you Mel Shop.
Return those earrings, Mel. Return those earrings, Mel.
Oh yes.
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it. That's
all right. Well, thank you for calling. Okay, Mel. We're gonna check on you, Mel. If something happened to Mel, he did not do it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling in, okay?
Bye.
All right.
Love you, Mel.
That is really crazy. But you know what? That's why, one thing you got to do to protect yourself is make sure you add alleged to everything. But
she can come for me because she ain't got nothing but an iPad.
Right. I mean, I'm not really too concerned, child. She can come over here and lick around the screen all she wants, but she ain't what she can, unless she really need it. Because I ain't trying to be one of her pimps. Anyway, our last call
allegedly
to be.
You can buy me.
Kyra, what's going on, Kyra?
Hi, family.
Now you mad, but that don't mean you get 10 minutes, okay?
You're so rude. You're so rude to me. Okay. I mean, you didn't give me a lunch lean, and so many things have happened.
Tomorrow. So get ready for that tomorrow. Go ahead.
Wait, what is it on? If I need to get my points out right
now. Wait, you eating in your time, Kyra.
I was like,
Okay. Quickly, Diana and the lawsuits. If she wants people to shut up about it, then she would have to do a defamation lawsuit, which means that she would have to prove that it's not true. And since none of those people wrote those articles, they can say that it was based off of opinions on articles that are over a decade old. So she would most likely not get out what she wants out of that. Now, more so, people know more about these articles than they did before. Erika slightly won a summary judgment. They didn't have a bench trial, which is just a judge, or they didn't have a jury trial, it was a lawsuit against the lawyers from Tom's law firm, which is very different than the civil RICO suit that is more so about her being a part of the conspiracy, because she was going on the interwebs and on TV lying about lawsuits that she knew about. The show. My thing is, Kyle and Dorit were getting ahead of the whole thing. They understood that it seems like Sutton's being bullied. So I feel like that car ride that they had in the beginning was them trying to get ahead of it and talk about it on the show, saying, oh, well, we knew it was going on and we were trying to figure out what to do, but they weirdly put the onus back on Sutton. Aspen. I need people, Cortez, you gave that dirty licking woman too much. Diana.
What'd I give her?
Talking about, I feel like she was hurt. I'm with Chase. First of all of her friends read that text message in their confessionals, and each and single one of them laughed about it because everyone knew she was being petty. Even Rinna said, oh my gosh, she's so petty. I effing love her.
Yeah.
And then she walked into the birthday party. Kyle ran up to her laughing about how she, had Sutton on the other seat. And then she said, oh my gosh, and that text message. Her and Kyle were laughing about that text message. So don't come to me with this victim stuff talking about you're so hurt when you were laughing about it with Kyle at the birthday party.
I mean, I think all of that is very true, but that doesn't take away from someone's feelings and pain. That's all. I mean,
but my thing is, where
you do dirty things don't mean you can't be hurt at all. Like that means that you shouldn't play with fire because it'll burn you. But that doesn't mean she ain't hurt. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that's all you're saying. But my thing is just like it was all fun and giggles to everyone. All of her friends were laughing about it. She was laughing about it. And now you went down the TV show and on internet crying about how people are making fun of your miscarriage, even though you're the same person who talked about it and then brought up Garcelle when you didn't have to. That to me is foolish. And I feel like it's very much so Mean Girls, the fact that she just kind of threw that out there, which then leads me to know that someone is coaching her about Sutton and Garcelle, because you were nowhere near the situation when Erika called Sutton the C word. And all of a sudden, oh yeah, she is. And as Jamie says, y'all have barely interacted. And every time you've had an issue with Sutton, she has come to apologize to you. So what more do you want? She has gone out of her way to not interact with you now. She hasn't even spoken on you. So for you to have all these opinions and thoughts leads me to believe that someone's in your head. And if you're supposed to be this boss woman, I would think you have your own mind.
Ooh.
That's true.
I'm trying to figure out. And my tin hat was tingling because I don't put anything past Kathy Hilton to say derogatory things, but I do find it interesting that I feel like we've been seeing the buildup of the Fox Force, whatever they are called, not liking Kathy. And then to the point where we see the preview for the next episode, Crystal confronts Erika. And to me, I knew Erika said what she said was like, oh, I only care about me. But the way her face was set up, the way that Rinna was chasing after her, Erika, you can't say that. And then Kyla's like, I can't defend you if you're saying this, leads me to believe that Erika is going to say worse things. And then Rinna's going to come out with a way to make something else bigger. That way we don't focus on what Erika said. And again, I don't put it past Kathy to have said something, but now I'm looking at it interesting that they've shown a little bit more of this clip of Erika going off on Crystal and the fact that Rinna's chasing after her and she's saying all this stuff and her face is all scrunched up and everything. And like, I'm not supposed to be caring about these people. And yet her fans are on the interwebs acting like this woman has so much compassion for everyone. But she's on the TV show looking a fool. And so it is interesting to me that all of a sudden now Kathy said something crazy. And the only people who heard it or know about it is Rinna, Erika and Diana.
Yep.
Those are my thoughts.
Well, we appreciate that. I mean, do you have?
I hope that was quick.
Anything?
Okay, Cortez trying not to get cussed out, so he's giving you some time, girl.
Sure. No one has any thoughts about what I just rambled about?
Well, I mean, it's obviously like it. I mean, at this point, Chase has said it, Danny has said it, Cortez has said it, I said it. The amount of production and blatant, like, trying to control the narrative of the way this season is going by the Fox Force for whatever is blatant. So, like, it makes sense that Rinna would try to do something else. It makes sense that Rinna's stirring up Diana behind the scenes. It makes sense they're trying to divide and conquer. And I think the fact that they really haven't considered is that, yes, Erika is the liability to their little alliance. Erika is the one. Erika and Lisa are the one they're going to break up that little alliance because the longer they stick together, the worse all four of them are going to fucking look.
And maybe you're not in legal troubles, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to be a rich person and my name is all over lawsuits because you're telling me things on TV. Because that's what's happening. And furthermore, Kyle said she didn't invite Kathy in the last 3 years. Let's not pretend like Kathy was not talking to you for those 3 years.
Ooh, by default, so you couldn't invite her.
Thank you. Like that.
Your
so
number's
like,
blocked.
Vile just, she be Vile. I'm just like, I'm pretty sure y'all just said that y'all just started talking again. So when were you able to invite her anywhere? That's it. I'll let you learn at the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling in.
Bye, Kyra.
Bye.
All right.
Bye, Kyra.
We had a new caller that was calling in, but I think the name was Angelica. Angelica, if you're still there, I was curious to hear your thoughts because, like I said, we love new callers. So if you're there, I'll send the link one more time, and we'll do like a quick little closeout on thoughts to give you time to join if you still want to join Angelica, because I don't know what happened. I saw her in the queue, then it went away. But yeah, I mean, overall, good episode. Like I said, my shirt speaks for how I feel. I'm sorry. Like,
what does it say?
It says Fire Diana. Okay, you can say you can put it in Crown Fire Diana. You can put it any way you want to put it. It's a shirt that I support, and I do think she should be fired. I do agree. Like, I still stand by what I said. I think Brittany just made a comment recently where she said tonight was the first night that she saw Diana's, not her, she said her anger, which that's more so what I was speaking to in my statement, and I stand behind it. I ain't changed it. But I don't agree with what she did. I don't like her as a person. And I do feel like she's pretty foul. And I don't like what they did to Sutton. I thought it was very kind of like hard to watch. It was very bully, very mean girl. And like we see this a lot on little stuff, but it was so like in our face, it was hard to watch, honestly. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Any final thoughts?
And it ain't changing over here.
It ain't changing over here. Jamie, Chase, or Danny, any final thoughts? I was trying to give Angelica a time to call back in, but
just ready for next week.
Okay.
I'm ready to
because this was what
at this point.
What episode
next
was
week
this?
is gonna
15?
be next week is gonna be good. Or interesting. I mean, what took me out when she said, "What about the people? What about the fans?" I was like, "Ooh."
She looked like she was drunk and on pills while she was.
She looked like she was drunk.
Absolutely.
But the
She
camera
sounded drunk.
that they used, it didn't seem like the best camera either. It seemed like another camera. I don't know. That's
it looked like a camera phone, like a cell phone.
It did. It looked like somebody was like, wait, Erika.
Erika, please don't say it.
It was very
Blair Witch Project.
Blair
Witch Project.
There was.
It looked like the camera when they were chasing during season 2 of Jersey when they were chasing Teresa when she was beating up Danielle. They were just trying to chase her out of that thing.
They were chasing.
There was one comment I was going to put on here before we leaned out, and I found it. Boom. The comment was from Just Spacey Stacy. She says, "This channel popped into my recommendations. I can now tell my husband other men are into these shows too."
We're men.
I don't know. I can't remember the person.
Men.
Can't remember the person that came on our page a month ago and was like, she can't believe that men out here in women's business and blah blah blah. Well, thank you, Stacy, because
Stacy.
We love to be in women's business. So tell your husband come watch us. We are.
And Stacy, we're men.
Every Wednesday.
But I mean, we're also in men's business.
We in men's and women's business.
And baby, they be trying to be in each other's business too, Miss Stacy.
I'm in business.
I'm in business.
If it's on TV, we in it. Period.
That's in it to win it.
So, on that note, we'll go ahead and lean out. Go ahead and like this video, as I always say, and subscribe to the channel. Really good show. We're here every Wednesday right after the episode of Beverly Hills. I believe there's like 5 or 6 more episodes. I think. Chase, how many episodes this season?
I don't know. Too damn many.
18 with 3-part reunion.
I'll find out.
But I love y'all. I'm about to get back to my Twitter circles.
Stacy said he watching right now. What's up, Stacy's husband?
What's going on, Stacy's husband, bro? Welcome to the Bro Channel, bro.
All right, y'all. Make sure y'all catch Atlanta. I believe the finale is Monday. We were confused on Monday. It is Monday. And tomorrow there's a special lunch and lean to go over breakdown for the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So catch that tomorrow at 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern. So check it out.
Thank y'all for showing up last night too, by the way. I just want to say thank y'all for coming down to the Married to Madison.
We glad Chase is back, child, because listen, I can't do 3 shows a week no more. I'm tired. I'm tired. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all Monday, okay? Or tomorrow. I'm sorry. See y'all tomorrow.
Bye.